Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Excel. In this module, I want to show you how you can use the asterisk symbol and the question mark symbol within formulas to pull off results where you haven't got the entire criteria available. For example, in column B, I've got Microsoft Excel and I've also got MCR Excel. I want to count how many times Excel appears in this list. Now to do that, I'm going to use the asterisk symbol, which allows you to put asterisks, for example, in this demonstration in front of the word Excel, which would mean any characters in front of the word Excel, and I'm going to count it. So if I get myself into column F, the function is COUNTIF equals COUNTIF. Press your tab key to get the bracket, highlighting the range that you want to look down, comma. Now you need to do open quotes, and as you can see here, I've got it down as column C there, but it's column B. I want it to be an asterisk, so asterisk, and then the word Excel. Close your quotes, close the bracket, and then that should count how many times it can see that, because it's any character. It's telling me that there are 7, and that says 7 as well. So 7 times Excel is highlighted. We can see there's 4 there, and there's 2 there, that's 6, and then there's 1 there, that's 7. So that's right. Now, the asterisk is any character, and you can have it in front of it, and you can have it behind it as well. So if I'd have done it on here, I could have had asterisk Excel, and afterwards I could have had an asterisk as well, any character afterwards. So it's up to you where you put that, but in this example I didn't need to have it afterwards because Excel was always the last word. Now the question mark is slightly different in that you can tell it how many characters you want to see. So I want to know how many times in this column you get RS. RS, I can see there that there are 4. Now I could use the COUNTIF and just put RS in there, but I want to show you that you can do it with the question mark character. So it's going to be equals count if, press tab, highlight the range, comma, and then you now need to put in quotes a question mark. Now a question mark is how many characters. Now there are 2 characters in obviously RS, so that will be 2 question marks, and then I close the quotes, close the bracket, click the tick, and then that should say 4. And it does say there are 4, so there are 4 in there. Like I've already said, if you put RS in quotes, it would also pick that up. So this would be more useful if you've got lots of different random things like that. Now the other one is I want to use first of all I want to use the search function and look for PDFs in this list. So let's try that one. So it's equals search, press tab. I'm looking for the text.pdf, so that has to go in quotes. So .pdf in quotes. Where am I looking for it? Comma. I'm looking for it in this list down there, like that. Now if I just close the bracket on that for now and then click the tick, you get all this coming up. So it's telling me it's the 8th character on those, and it's the 8th character on those as well. So it's going to be the same all the way down. But I've got these values in the middle and the values at the bottom, which aren't pretty to look at. So what I could do, and what I've got over here, is the isNumber function. So isNumber, press tab to get the bracket, and at the end of that, close that bracket, and that should tidy it up a little bit. Tick that. So that's coming back with true and false. So now what I want to use is the filter function, and you can highlight just 1 column or 2 columns or 3 columns if you want. So you can say I've got 2 columns coming back here because that's what I've grabbed there. So if I put the word filter in front of that, press the tab, then you want to highlight the columns that you want to see as a result. So those 2, comma, and then all you have to do at the end of all of this is just close the filter bracket, and then that should give you the same result as I've got on the screen already, like that. So the asterisk is a wildcard, and you can use it in most functions. You've got a question mark, which gives you just a single character, whereas a wildcard would give you multiple characters, however many there are. And then the search function to search for a particular set of characters in a string, in this case a PDF. I just want to do one more example just to show you that you can use the wildcard with an XLOOKUP, and I'm going to do it in this cell, so just colour that cell in so you can see where I'm at. Colour it in some light blue or something. So this is the function that I'm going to do. You can see the wildcard there. I'm looking for the PDF, but I'm using the asterisk symbol, so it's going to be equals XL, and that's the only function that starts with XL, so you can just press your tab key. So I now need to do open quotes asterisk.pdf. That's what I'm looking for, .pdf, close the quotes, comma, where am I looking for it? I'm looking for it in column C, comma, what do you want to return? Well, in this example, let's return the course, so I'll just highlight column B. Could have put the name as well. I could have brought both of those back in, but I just want one column for this example. Then the next item on here, if I do a comma, is what to do if you don't find it. I'm just going to leave that as it blank, and I'm doing another comma because it comes up with then the lookup type, and you've got this option, wildcard. I'm going to double click on that, and it will put a number 2 in there. Number 2 is what I want. So close the bracket, and then when I click the tick, it should come back with Microsoft Excel, which it does do. So that's just another example of using the wildcard symbol to look for a particular string within a text cell. Now that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can use the asterisk wildcard symbol for text in front of a word or after a word, as many characters as you might have there. The question mark is just looking at individual characters, either before or after whatever you're searching for. I also looked for, use the search function to search for the position of a text string, in this case .pdf, and then I changed that to a number, and then I filtered on it so I could get this information. And last but not least, I used XLOOKUP to look for .pdf and then come back and bring the information back like so, Microsoft Excel. So that's all I want to talk about this on this little video. So hopefully this video is of use. Thank you for your time, and I will catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because that helps me